Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back, Rich Minds, to another live. Hey, y'all, I know my people coming in tonight, y'all, because we about to go in. Yes, sir, we're about to go in tonight, y'all. You undefeated. Let's turn the music down just a tad bit, because I know we about to go in, y'all. I know I got my people in coming from city to city, from state to state, country to country. Yes, sir, we going in tonight, y'all. Everybody with that rich mentality. I need y'all to, listen, man, I need y'all to drop rich mentality in the comments, all right? Number one, everybody with that rich mentality, make sure you drop rich mentality inside the comments. Why? Because you undefeated. Yes, sir, you undefeated. I want y'all to understand that, y'all, all right? Understand that. You are undefeated. Now, let me cut this music down just a tad bit because I know my folks coming on here, man, and I know y'all ready. I know y'all ready. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We about to go in, y'all. I see we got MF in here. We got Run the Martin. We got Bam Bam _SV. What's up, brother? Appreciate y'all tuning into the live. Yes, sir. I got my people coming in city to city, from state to state, and country to country. And we about to keep going in, y'all. Yes, sir. I need y'all to drop rich mentality in the comments, man. If y'all are part of the rich mentality family, if you got that rich mentality, and if you utilize your rich mentality as you go throughout your day, right? Wherever you go to church, yes, sir. I don't care if you go to the Kingdom Hall, whenever you go to school, whenever you go to work. I don't care where you going. If you're going to the mosque, you got to have your rich mentality. You gotta have that rich mentality. And I need everybody to tune in tonight, y'all. And if y'all can hear me too, y'all drop the number one, okay? Because you know the enemy tried to come in and mess with the audio. Yes, sir, the enemy come in and try to block this message. Y'all make sure y'all drop the number one, because we're about to go in, y'all. I'm talking about, listen, y'all, we going in tonight. Yes, sir, we about to go in. I need y'all to drop the number one, because you are undefeated. Anybody watching this live, y'all, you undefeated. All right, Bam Bam undefeated. Yes, sir. Star God is undefeated. My man Symmetric Time is undefeated. Rhonda Martin undefeated. I'm talking about everybody who dropped the number ones. Everybody tuned into this live. You undefeated. My man Jarvis Strong undefeated. My man undefeated. And listen, y'all, I'm about to tell y'all, okay, all the reasons, all the signs of how you know you are undefeated. Okay, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all drop them cities, y'all drop them states, y'all drop them countries. And I'm about to sip my drink real quick, y'all. Drop where y'all coming in from. Because we got an interesting family, man. We got some folks from Italy. We got some folks coming from Florida. We got some folks coming from Illinois. I mean, we got some folks in here, y'all, and that's crazy. All right, that's crazy. That's okay, so we got MF from Crystal Lake, Illinois. All right, I see you, MF. What's up, brother? We got Rhonda Martin coming in from Laurinburg, North Carolina. Hey, that's where Murder Beach at right there, ain't it? She out there with Murder Beach, ain't it? Okay, who else we got? We got Carmen Jackson coming from Chi-Town. Yes, sir. To the late, great Bernie Mac. And I know there's so many other people in Chi-Town, but that's who I think about when I think about Chicago, right? We got Chi-Town, okay? Bam Bam coming from Sun Valley, California. What's up, brother? My man in L.A., all right? L.A. D Sosa, he say Jacksonville, Florida. I used to go there and visit as a kid all the time, man. That was our go-to as a kid. Jacksonville, Florida. Cause y'all got the beach and all that. Star God is in Philly, Pennsylvania. I want to say Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay, all right. Meet Millie, I see you. Erica Wilson coming from Orlando. Man, it's a blessing to see y'all coming from these different cities and these different states, man. It's a blessing. We're about to get into this live too, y'all. I just got to shout out to my folks, man, and everybody tuned in. I just want to show love. Running Livingston, Atlanta, my boy. Yes, sir. We're in Atlanta together. That's where I'm located at, y'all. I'm in the A. All right. We got Tavian across there, he say Florida. All right, that's a bet. We got Anthony Stewart, Louisiana. All right, man, you already know who I think about when you say Louisiana. When we thinking about Boosie first, I'm thinking about Hot Boys. I'm thinking about Kevin Gates. right? I'm thinking all straight music, man. And then of course I think about what is it, Lance Armstrong or is it Louis Armstrong, the one who was in the jazz. He was like the pioneer for jazz. Alright. And we got Jarvis Strong in Macon, Georgia. Yes, sir. My mama, she stay in Fort Valley, so you already know, man. I'm connected like the Wi-Fi, y'all. I'm connected like the Wi-Fi. I'm telling y'all, I know about everything. Hot beautiful one, Georgia Gianos, here from Sydney, Australia. That's what's up, man. We got love coming from everywhere, y'all. And the last one I'm gonna do, y'all, is K Saint 93 coming from Brooklyn, New York. Okay, and y'all know how I think about after that. I think about B.I.G. You know what I'm saying? I think about B.I.G. So with that being said, y'all, now that we got acquainted with one another, now we know where we all coming from. Now we know how we all can connect, right? Because we a big family, y'all. That's what we are. We all a family. And so what I want to get into today, yes, sir, what I want to get into today is how you know that you are undefeated. All right? Let me go into this before I get into this video, y'all. And we're about to get into all these 5 reasons and signs. I promise y'all that. But understand this. You are undefeated. You've made it to a certain place in life. And right now, possibly you don't see it, or maybe you do see it. But a lot of times, we don't see how far we've come. Yes, sir, a lot of times, we don't see the things that we've done and achieved in our lifetime. Okay? And I'm actually giving y'all a little bit of one of the signs and reasons of how you know that you are undefeated. But I just want to say this, y'all. As you are maneuvering throughout life and as you are building, okay, I don't care what you're building, whether you're building your clientele, whether you're building your character, whether you're building your mindset, whether you're building your wisdom, whether you're building your knowledge, as you understand that you are building, okay, block by block, you are not in that same position that you was in yesterday. Yes, sir, you are not in that same position that you was yesterday. And so I want you to do this one thing for me, y'all. I want you to start giving yourself credit, okay? Yes, sir. I want you to start giving yourself some credit, all right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm giving myself credit, okay? Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I'm giving myself credit. That's what I want you to do, and that's what I need you to do tonight before we get directly into the video. Give yourself some credit and pat yourself on the back, all right? Because you've done some things, something great. Okay, you've done some great things, right? You've done some nice things. You've done some kind things. Give yourself some credit. Man, we got my man Tavion Crossdale. He just bust out with the first super chat of the day, man. Hey, the super chat of the night, depending on where you are. But either way it go, my man just came through and showed major love. Yes, sir, my man just showed some major love. And so right now, I got to shout out to my man Tavion Crossdale. He said, keep up the good work, sir. Having a rich mentality pays off. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you tuning in, man. And I need you to stay tuned in. Once again, shout out to my man Tavion Crossdale, showing major love like he doing. Listen, y'all, I want you to give yourself some credit. I've had times, y'all, in the past and before I even, got to where I am now, to where I had to realize that, bro, you got to give yourself credit. Sometimes you are too hard on yourself, okay? Not realizing that you already had battles that you won. You have battles where you destroyed your opponent. Yes, sir, and you have battles when you've annihilated the enemy, all right? I'm about to talk heavy, y'all. Listen, I hope that y'all are ready. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm ready. I hope that you are ready. You have just annihilated the enemy. You've destroyed your opponent, and you still haven't given yourself credit. I don't know if this is the thing where we've achieved something and we just ready for the next thing, or we just, we feel like, man, I'm not worthy. Okay, listen, I came to release you of that spirit to allow you to know that you are worthy. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm worthy. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I am worthy. Listen, you are worthy of God's blessings. Yes, sir, you are worthy of God's anointing. Yes, sir, and you are worthy of that life that God want to bless you with. But you got to first realize that you are undefeated. Listen, this is the live that y'all don't want to miss, y'all, because I'm about to go in and I'm talking straight at you. I'm coming right at you. Okay, I'm coming right at you because I know I'm about to speak to somebody tonight. I know I'm about to touch somebody's soul tonight. And I want y'all to share this live, share this video, because I'm about to change the trajectory of whatever a young man is feeling, a young woman is feeling, an older man is feeling, and an older woman is feeling. It's all the same to me because knowledge and wisdom has no age. Knowledge and wisdom has no age, okay? Understand this. You are worthy of God's blessings. And I'm about to get into the first sign that you are undefeated. But before I do that, y'all drop them number ones in the comments for the first sign that you are undefeated. Shout out to my man Tavion Crossdale once again for sending that super chat. Shout out to my man Tavion Crossdale for sending that super chat. Yes, sir. We going in tonight, y'all. Okay, I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay. All right, look, y'all. So the first sign of how you know that you are undefeated is going to be this, y'all. You made it through. You looking at me right now. You made it through. Bro, Reno, what do I make it through, man? Like, I still feel like I'm inside of it. Understand this. Let me say this. You have made it through. You made it through that situation. Yes, sir. You've made it through that hardship. Yes, sir. You've made it through that calamity. Okay? You've made it through. That's why I started the video of y'all by saying this. Give yourself credit. You're going to have to give yourself credit for the devils you already done knocked down. Yes, sir. You're going to have to give yourself credit for the enemy you've already annihilated. Yes, sir. And you're going to have to give yourself credit for anything that came in your way and tried to stop you. You demolished it. They tried to stop you and you demolished it. King Leo say, they say no cap, but it's cap. Who Christ answers praise, truth, and proof. Yes, sir. Listen, you are undefeated. I want you to understand something. You are undefeated and can't nobody tell you otherwise, right? It's going to be some people in your corner who try to make you feel like you ain't accomplished nothing. It's going to be some people in your corner who are going to try to diminish, right, and minimize the things that you've accomplished in your life. But I came to release you of that spirit. Nope, we ain't doing it. Somebody drop in the comments and say nope. Somebody drop in the comments and say nope, because what happens is the enemy start trying to work through your coworkers. Oh, I know I'm talking heavy, y'all. The enemy start trying to work through your family members. I know I'm talking heavy. See, the enemy start trying to work through those who are closest to you. I need you to drop in the comments and say nope, it won't happen. You got to give yourself credit. You made it through. And see, what people don't realize, is this right here. See, one thing about Joseph. All right, now I'm about to refer back to the Bible. Yes, sir. We're about to get biblical, y'all. See, one thing I want to say about Joseph is that I give him credit for having the ultimate amount of faith, right? You got to have ultimate faith, okay? So, Reno, what do you mean by ultimate faith? You have to have the type of faith that a prophet has. You got to have the type of faith when things are not going your way, when things are not happening, when everything is saying no, when you're not reaping the harvest of your spring, okay? When you're not seeing the things that the things that you've planted, right? You done planted some seeds, and you're like, man, when it's gonna grow? It's done been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months. It's done been about 2, 3 years. See, when you ain't seeing that type of progress that you want to see, when you're not seeing and you're within that process, that's what you call the ultimate faith. When you're not getting the results, when you're not getting that instant gratification. Because what y'all don't realize is we live in an era, in a generation where people want instant gratification. Meaning, if I don't get instantly gratified, or if I don't get something that's going to reward me, then I'm mad, I'm sad, I want to give up, right? I want to give up. I don't want this no more. I don't want to do it no more. I want to just throw it all away. I want to take myself out the game. I want to kill myself. Listen, do you know how weak that is? That's weak. But I came to release you of that spirit to let you know that you have a strong bone in your body. Yes, sir, you have a strong mindset. And see, God wants me to implement this inside you. He wants you to have the ultimate faith. See, science says believe. No, science says show me and I'll believe. But faith says believe and I'll show you. So what do you mean by that, Reno? It's going to be some things that happen in your life that you're going to have to believe, and nobody is going to be able to tell you anything, right? Nobody is going to be able to have the answer. See, it's no doctor that can give you the answer. It's no lawyer that can give you the answer, right? God is listening to you, but sometimes God don't even give you the answer right away. You're going to have that ultimate faith. Why? Because he's testing you. Why? Because God is testing you. Okay? Understand this. I want you to realize this. You made it through. Now getting back to Joseph, right? Getting back to Joseph. I want you to realize that Joseph had the ultimate faith, right? See, when Joseph understood what his assignment was, when Joseph understood the mission, when Joseph understood his calling, when Joseph understood what God was trying to do for him, right? When Joseph understood what God wanted to do for him and what God wanted him to go, right? Understand this. He told his mission. He told his calling to his brothers. He told him what God had showed him. Okay? See, sometimes God give you the vision and he don't give it to them. Right? So he told his brothers, listen, man, y'all are gonna kneel before me. I'm gonna feed y'all. Right? I'm gonna be second in command to Pharaoh. Right? It says in the scripture that he was second in command of Pharaoh, but Pharaoh was the son of Joseph. Meaning that although he was in a higher position, I need y'all to follow me. Listen, if y'all picking up what I'm putting down, drop in the comments and say, I follow you, Reno. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I follow you, Reno. If you understand and picking up what I'm putting down, right? See, it says in the scriptures that Joseph was second to Pharaoh, but Joseph was the father to Pharaoh. All right. What does that mean? What does that mean? See, although the position and the title that Joseph had and that Pharaoh had, it still didn't diminish the wisdom and knowledge. It still didn't diminish the wisdom and knowledge that Joseph had. So that made Pharaoh second to Joseph. That made Pharaoh second to Joseph. Yes, sir. Understand this, y'all. So it was the title. So for instance, see, you may have a manager at your job who's higher than you in the position. Okay? They are higher than you when it comes to that position. Right? But see, you probably have more knowledge. You probably have more wisdom. Right? You probably have more experience. Right? But understand this. See, Joseph had more knowledge, more wisdom, more experience, right? But see, the title and the position was granted over to Pharaoh, but Pharaoh was still the son of Joseph, although he was on top of Joseph with his title. I'm talking heavy, y'all. I'm gonna sip my drink on that one. God anointed this message, and I came to release you and relieve you of the spirit of understanding and realizing that you're going to have the ultimate faith in order for you to realize how undefeated that you are. See, he gives you a battle and he tells you that you are undefeated, and he tells you that you have won a battle before the battle has even occurred. Yes, sir. See, he tells you that, listen, you're going to have to fight Goliath, David, but the battle was already won. But you're going to have ultimate faith in order for that battle to go the way that it decreed from me. I already regulated it for you to win. I've already regulated for you to win. See, this battle was already won. This battle doesn't even, you got to fight the battle, but I already put it in decree and in motion for you to go ahead and win that battle. But you got to have what? Ultimate faith. Somebody drop that in the comments and say, you got to have ultimate faith. Matter of fact, drop those two words, ultimate faith, right? You are undefeated. Just like Joseph, when he became second in command and the father of Pharaoh, he had made it through that situation, right? He had made it through, being sold into captivity by his brothers. Yes, sir. He had made it through by being inside that pit. He had made it through by being slandered by that Pharaoh's wife, right? He had made it through, okay? He was slandered. He was lied on, right? He was slandered and lied on. She tried to say that Joseph tried to make a pass at her, but really it was her who tried to make a pass at him. But when he turned her down, she couldn't face rejection. Yes, sir. See, it's going to be somebody who's going to try to put rejection in front of you, or they're going to try to tempt you, and you're going to reject them, and they're going to lie on you. I'm already telling you what's gonna happen. Listen, it's gonna be somebody you're gonna go through a test, and somebody is gonna try to put some type of temptation on you, or they're gonna try to put some type of test or something in front of you, and you're gonna be tempted and you're gonna reject it, and they're gonna slander your name. They're gonna try to make it seem like it was you, and the whole time it was them. Yes, sir. They're gonna try to make it seem like it was you, but the whole time it was them. See, you are undefeated, and they can't stand the fact that you've made it through. You made it through that situation. You've made it through that calamity, and you've made it through that hardship. I want you to understand this, y'all, and I want you to realize this. There's nobody, there's no thing, place, person, I don't care who it is, there's no enemy that can win a battle that God has already decreed for you to have the victory in. There's no battle that no enemy can win that God has already decreed that you was going to be the victor in that battle, okay? So I want you to understand that, all right? That was number one, y'all, okay? If that was good, y'all drop in the comments and say that was good, Reno. Yes, sir, if that was good, y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments and say that was good, Reno. And not only that, but follow that up with the number 2 for the second sign that you are undefeated, okay? Drop the number 2 for the second sign that you are undefeated, okay? I want you to understand something. My man Tavion Crosby said God is talking through Reno. Yes, sir, I appreciate you, brother, because I'm going in tonight, y'all. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, I see my man MF. He just dropped the 2. Diamond dropped the 2. Roy dropped the 2. Austin Richards dropped the 2. Ronnie Livingston dropped the 2. Let's go, y'all. Let's get them 2s in here. I'm 43 and no gray hairs. I'm preserved by perseverance. Yes, sir. Keep it going, y'all. Y'all keep dropping them 2s, because we got a family in the army and warriors over here. I need y'all to drop them 2s, because we about to go in, y'all. Okay, I see my folks. Y'all ready for them? Y'all ready for the second sign? Y'all ready for the second sign? Because we're about to go in, okay? I want to say this before I get to the second sign. You are undefeated, and there's nothing that an enemy can do. There's nothing that the devil can do, and there's nothing that anybody who's against you can do, because God has already decreed you as the victor in the battle. Yes, sir. Second sign gonna be this, y'all. You are further than what you can see, okay? You are further than what you can see. Now, that's what I was saying earlier, y'all. I told y'all, I gave y'all a sneak peek, okay, of a little bit of what I was saying about this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a little bit deeper in this one, okay? I'm gonna go a little bit deeper on this one. All right. Now, understand this, y'all. I'm gonna say this one more time. You are further than what you can see, okay? Now, I'm gonna tell y'all a story about this, but I gotta say this once again. Give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit. Recognize the things that you've already accomplished, and recognize the things that you've already achieved, okay? So for you, that's probably you leaving your hometown, right? You probably left your hometown, and you probably have been self-sufficient on your own, right? You've been by yourself doing this whole thing called life on your own. You haven't asked nobody for nothing. And let me say that too. Understand this, y'all. As long as it's not a consistent thing, it's nothing wrong with you, having needing some type of assistance and some type of help. Everybody in life gonna need help at some point. Yes, sir. I don't care who you are. At some point, you're gonna need some type of help. I don't care if you get help from the bank. I don't care if you get help from your mama. I don't care if you get help from child support. I don't care if you get help from food stamps. I don't care where you get your help from. Somebody gonna need help. Listen, Jay-Z need help. All right? Jay-Z need help. Listen, I don't care who you are. It just see the difference is the level of help that you get, right? So Reno, why you go so far in on help? What I'm saying is that I want you to still give yourself credit for the things that you have accomplished, for the things that you've achieved. It don't matter if well, I needed help for this one time, Reno. This one time I got help from somebody. That's okay. That's okay. Okay? That's okay. Why? Because you are still self-sufficient, right? You are still self-reliant. All right? Understand this. You are further than what you can see. You are so much further than what you can see. And that's why I had to start giving myself credit, right? And that's why I want to release this message that came out of me, okay? Give yourself credit, all right? Now let me go into this story real quick. So one day, all right, I'm talking to a family member of mine, right? I'm not gonna get deep into who it is, but I'm talking to one of my family members, and he was going into his story about when he was an entrepreneur, okay? And so he was like, "Yeah, nephew," I gave it away. He said, "Yeah, nephew, I had made $1 million and I didn't even know it." Now understand this, y'all. The story is not about money. I utilized his story to shine light on something. But he told me this. He said, "I made over $1 million in my business as an entrepreneur," right? And so as I'm talking to him, he's telling me about, his whole business and the things that he had to accomplish and the things that he had to do, right, in order to sustain his business. And he said, one thing I regret is not giving myself credit and realizing where I was in that particular time. Somebody drop in the comments and say, realize where you are. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say, realize where you are. See, I'm going somewhere with this, y'all. Okay? So he said, man, I wish I would have realized where I was in that time, right? He's making a certain amount of money in his business. He's traveling, okay? He's doing certain things. Why? Because he was an entrepreneur in his business, self-reliant, right? Similar to yourself. Self-reliant, self-sufficient in his business, okay? But he said, I started hanging around people who was making more than me, right? Now, let me just bookmark that real quick. Y'all know we live in the society of social media. Now, social media can be a blessing and social media can be a curse, right? Social media can be a blessing and social media can be a curse. Well, why can it be a curse, Reno? Well, it can be a curse because you start comparing yourselves to other people, right? You start comparing your success to what another person has. You start comparing yourself to another person's highlight reel, okay? This is why I dropped my I dropped the video. I dropped like 3-4 videos of me expressing, how the Great American Speak-Off went, right? Because for those who don't know, I went on a 15-hour bus ride to Miami, all right? I went to Miami on a 15-hour bus ride. Yes, sir. And I was not able, and I was not chosen to go to the next round, right? Now, for some people, that would be discouraging, disheartening, heartbreaking, right? And they just want to give up, okay? But understand this. I realized that I was further than where I was. I realized I was further than what I seen, okay? But getting back to the story with him, with my uncle, what I was telling y'all, understand this. He said, man, I wish that I was able to realize where I was in that particular time. And so he told me this. He said, I was successful and I didn't even know it, right? I was successful and I didn't even know it. I started comparing myself to everybody else. I started comparing myself to those who was making 5, 6, 7 million. Okay, I had already made 1 million in my business, but I compared myself, right? I compared myself to everybody else. And so what I say to you is, you got to stop comparing yourself. Yes, sir. And you're going to have to realize where you are, right? Because you've made it to a certain position in life. You've made it, right, further than what you can see, all right? Going back to where, even for myself, y'all, I left my hometown, right? became an author of over four books, right? A owner of my own e-commerce store. Okay, built the social media platform of over 200,000 people, right? I've impacted people's lives, right? I've done all these different amazing things, connected with certain celebrities, and was able to, get wisdom and knowledge from people who you see on TV. Okay, but understand this: sometimes as a human being, we forget where we started from. Okay, you forget that, man. It's people who are looking up to you, right? See, just because you are on level 7 or level 10 and there's somebody else on level 20 or 30 doesn't mean that you can't help somebody else on level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Follow what I'm saying? Just because a person is on a higher level than you, it doesn't mean that you can't help somebody else on a lower level than you, right? So it's two sides to each spectrum, right? You got somebody else who's looking down on you or probably can pull you up. Yes, sir. But you got another person who you can look down on or you can help pull them up. Well, Reno, what are you saying? You are further than what you can see. Going back to the story of my uncle, y'all, the thing is with him, he didn't see how far he had came until he had went back to where he was from. He didn't see how far he had came until he went back to where he's from. See, sometimes, y'all, it would take for you to grind yourself. It would take for you to grind yourself to see exactly where you come from. That's why it's good to visit your hometown, and that's why it's good, right, to visit where you started from. Just so you can see, it keeps you grounded, right? It keeps you grounded. But what happens is we get on the social media and we see everybody with the new Bentley. Yes, sir, we see everybody with the money today in hand. They got the money right now today in hand. Okay? We look at everybody else who got everything that we ever dreamed of and ever wanted. Yes, sir. And what we do is we start comparing ourselves to them and we forgot how far we came. We forget how far we came. But I want you to understand something. You are undefeated. See, you've made it through that situation. You've made it through that calamity. You've made it through that hardship. You made it through that hard time. That time you thought you were going to get your car repossessed. That time you thought you were going to get evicted. That time you thought that heartbreak was going to break you. That time you thought when you lost that loved one, you would never find yourself again. You made it through. So guess what? You are undefeated. I need everybody who watching this video right now, everybody who watching this live, to not only share it, but make sure that you drop in the comments and say, I am undefeated. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I am undefeated. Yes, sir. I want you to realize something. You have to feel and know that you are worthy of God's blessings. You have to feel and know that you are worthy for what God want to take you. Yes, sir. And you have to feel and know that you are well deserving. Understand this. You got to drop in these comments right now. Drop in the comments and say, I am undefeated. I told y'all we talking heavy, y'all. I told y'all we talking heavy. And so what I got from that story was that he had accomplished so much, but the fact that he was comparing himself to everybody else, that he was not able to see how far and see the blessings and the things that God has done for his life, right? Because we're looking at everybody else's plate. We're looking at what everybody else got. We're trying to see what this person got, what this person doing. And the whole time, your plate getting cold. Your food getting cold. Okay? Your food getting cold. Your plate getting cold. Because you're looking at everybody else and you forget that you are further, all right, than what you can see. Look back. I know I tell y'all don't look back like Lot's wife, okay? But these are for the different reasons. This is not for the other reasons. This is not for the reason of thinking that you're missing out. This is for the reason of knowing that you're not missing nothing, right? And keeping yourself grounded. Look back and say, dang, man, I used to be a drug dealer. Man, I used to stay in this small town. Man, I went from having, 100 followers to 1,000 followers. Man, I went from not having my book to not publishing a book. Man, I went from working, in this particular position. Now I done got promoted. Look at the things that you have accomplished. Look at your goals. Look at your achievements. Look at where you want to go. And look at where you are right now. And tell yourself, my man Tavion Crossdale already did it. But y'all drop in the comments and say, I'm proud of myself. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I'm proud of myself. See, me and my man Tavion Crossdale, we right here. We already right here. Y'all drop in the comments and say, I'm proud of myself. Okay? You have to understand and realize that you are worthy of God's blessings. Okay? And you are worthy of his anointing. All right? And so when he take you into these doors, don't be acting like you're not worthy of being there. Okay? Because see, the battle is when he take you into these doors, right? You got to act like you're one of them. Be yourself, but you got to act like you're deserving of being there. You got to know and appreciate the fact that, hey, I appreciate that I'm here, but I belong here. Because that's the way that you're going to stay there. Okay? Y'all got to understand what I'm saying, y'all. I told y'all we talking heavy. Yes, sir. Hey, look, y'all, we going in tonight. Thank you so very much. Much appreciated. Love, darling. Love you too. I appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. Now, we're about to get to the third sign, and y'all already know how we do, man. Y'all make sure y'all drop the number 3 in the comments. Yes, sir, we're about to go in. And don't forget this, y'all. You are undefeated. And it's nothing that nobody can say to you. It's no enemy that can annihilate you. There's nobody or no opponent who's going to defeat you, because that battle that God has put you through, yes, sir, it's already won. Right? It's already won. So understand that, y'all. You are undefeated. Now we're about to get to the third sign of how you know you are undefeated. But I need my folks to show me some love. I need y'all to drop some super chats. I need y'all to tune in, because we going in tonight, y'all. Yes, sir, we going in tonight, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all drop them super chats. Y'all share this live, because we are about to go in. So the third sign is going to be this, y'all. They couldn't ruin your reputation. Yes, sir. Let me say that one more time for the people loud in the back. Understand this, y'all. They couldn't destroy your reputation. That's what I said. They can't destroy your reputation. See, that's what they tried to do to Joseph. They tried to destroy his reputation, right? The woman tried to lie on him. And guess what? He served time too. Joseph served time too now. All right? He did serve time because of a lie. Right? It's so many people who have served time and actually been persecuted, even crucified, because of a lie, okay? Or because of a person slandered somebody, right? In my eyes, it's all a lie, right? It's all a lie. But I got news for you. See, this is what's going to happen, y'all. You're going to see your enemies be annihilated. You're going to see your enemies be punished right in front of you. Okay? You're going to see your enemies be punished right in front of you. And there's going to be nothing that they can do about it, right? Y'all ever heard in the scripture where it said he's going to turn your enemies into your footstools? That's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to turn your enemies into your footstools, right? Understand that. The people who are against you, the people who are lying on you, the people who are talking about you, the people who are slandering you, the people who are trying to destroy your reputation, he's going to turn those individuals, okay, into your footstools, right? I want you to understand something. Yo, listen, there's not a devil that you can't knock down, and there's not an enemy that you can't defeat. Yes, sir, it's already done. Somebody drop in the comments and say it's already done. Somebody drop in the comments and say it's already done. I want you to understand something. You are undefeated, and there's nothing that nobody can say. There's nothing that nobody can do, because you are already, listen, you are undefeated, man. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm coming with a message tonight, y'all. This is more than energy. This is spirit. This is more than energy. This is spirit. You are undefeated. You are undefeated. Okay? Understand that, y'all. So realize this. How you know that you are undefeated? The fact that they didn't ruin your reputation, or they couldn't ruin your reputation. See, the fact that they couldn't do that, listen, you proved them wrong. You proved them wrong. See, what happened was they ended up needing you. That's what happened. They needed you. Yes, sir. Or they needed you. Okay? And see, what I like to tell people is you can't burn a bridge that you're going to have to swim back to. You can't burn a bridge that you're going to have to end up swimming back to. Realize this, y'all. When you burn a bridge, you've burnt the way of getting back. You're going to have to end up swimming back. Because see, they had a way to walk back to you, right? But now they can't even do that because they already burnt the bridge with you. Okay? See, you proved them wrong. You proved them wrong. You survived that slander. You survived the lie. You survived it. You are a survivor. And this is what I want you to understand. You are undefeated, right? See, there's so many things that go on, right, with these celebrities. And some of them are actually dead wrong, y'all, okay? But it's some people who are in the spotlight and they have to go through so much persecution. I'm going to use my man TD because I love TD. It's so many, like TD, he go through so much, right? He go through so much in terms of being persecuted, so going through so much in terms of, people are lying on him, right? But see, whenever you are walking in God's favor and whenever you are walking in God's blessings, that's what come with that, right? So you can't get the blessing without no persecution. You can't get the blessing without a person lying on you. Oh, so you thought you were just going to get the blessing, and then after you get the blessing, everybody love you, everybody is walking with you, everybody is praying with you, everybody is playing with you, everybody is talking with you. No, that's not how it works. Yes, sir, that ain't how it works. See, in order to get that blessing, you're going to have to get some persecution just like Jesus did. You're going to have to get some persecution just like Jesus did. And so if you understand and realize what I'm trying to say, listen, although they're trying to destroy your reputation, although they're trying to destroy you, okay, don't get it twisted. They want to destroy you too. They want to see you stop. They want to see you die. They want to see you they don't want you to prosper at no point. Right? They don't want you to prosper at no point of capacity, or at no time do they want to see you, uplift, rise, and elevate. They don't want to see that. Okay? They want to see you die in all aspects. They want you to stop posting. They want you to stop doing your thing. They want you to stop, trying to become successful. Right? Stop trying to be successful. Stop being a believer of God. Stop trying to do all these different things, right? You just like one of us. Sit right here. Stop trying to be all up here. Sit down somewhere. But see, I got news for you. God called you to be great. God called you to do greater things in life so you can be a blessing and an impact to somebody else. I want you to understand something, y'all. You are undefeated. And see, in order for you to get that blessing, you're going to have to go through some persecution, okay? Understand this. It's going to be some individuals trying to destroy your reputation. They're going to try to destroy your reputation. They're going to try to destroy your name, okay? Because see, when you are a good person and when you are an individual of character and respect, right, meaning you care about how people view you, okay? And so let me expound on this because I'm real big. I don't care what nobody think about me, right? I don't care about what a person think about me. If I wear something, what they gonna think about me? I don't care about that aspect. But what I do care about is my character, right? I do care about, how I'm viewed in terms of my character, right? Because my character is my brand. My brand is my character, right? I believe you have to be a man and woman of your word. Okay, and so if someone is out here lying on me, they lying on you, you won't like that. Why? Because you care about your character, right? See, it's one thing about this, y'all. I want you to say this. It's one thing about this, y'all. See, lying to me is one thing, but lying on me is a different one, right? So you can lie to me all day. I don't care about that. Yes, sir, you can lie to me. That's cool. But lying on me is a little different because that affects my character. That affects, how other people may view me, right? So now you can mess with my business. Now you can mess with, my fans, my supporters, people who believe me, right? You messing with my brand. And so it's the same thing with yourself, right? They tried to destroy your reputation, but you proved them wrong, okay? Not only that, but you survived the slander, right? See, you had ultimate faith. Somebody drop in the comments once again and put ultimate faith. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments once again and put ultimate faith. See, that's what you're going to have. Just like Joseph. Joseph had to have that ultimate faith, believing that this is what, see, God showed me something, right? But the vision that he showed me is not what I'm seeing right now, right? See, Joseph seen that he was going to be second to Pharaoh, pretty much a king, okay? Pretty much a king. He seen that and he knew that, but the problem was he wasn't getting that. So what did Joseph do? He had ultimate faith. Yes, sir. Ultimate faith. And when you have that ultimate faith, it allows you to press forward. It allows you to climb. It allows you to maintain. It allows you to understand that the sacrifice, the slander, the lies, right? It's going to be all worth it because you're still going to get the blessing. And see, he's going to bless you tenfold, right? He's going to bless you so much that you won't even have time to think about, right? You won't even have time to think about the things that, you had to go through and the things that you had to, conquer, right? Because you had to fight. Oh, you're going to have to fight to get through it, right? See, you're not going to be undefeated because, it sound cool. No, this ain't a cool saying. You know what I'm saying? You really have to fight. You got to fight. You got to work. You got to push. You got to climb, right? You got to persevere, okay? Let me say this about perseverance, y'all. I told y'all we going in tonight, y'all. Yes, sir, we going in tonight. And so let me say this about perseverance. So y'all make sure y'all read along with me. Perseverance is a great element of success, right? If you're not long and loud enough at the gate, you are sure to wake up somebody. Quoted by the great late Henry W. Longfellow, okay? Let me say this one more time. Perseverance is a great element of success, right? If you knock long and loud enough at the gate, you are sure to wake up somebody. Quoted by the late, great Henry W. Longfellow. So, Reno, what do you mean by that? Understand this, y'all. As you are doing this thing called life, yes, sir, as you are having this thing called the ultimate faith, as you are, moving in the way of how a prophet moved back in the day. I'm talking about way back when before Jesus started walking the earth. As you are operating in that type of frequency and realm of things, you're going to have to persevere. And see, in order for you to be undefeated, you're going to have to understand that it's going to take some perseverance. It's going to take some persistence. Yes, sir. And it's going to take some consistency. Meaning, you got to put all them things together. See, anybody can be consistent. Anybody can do the same thing over and over and over and over again. Lackadaisical, right? But see, everybody can't just persevere. Meaning, I fall down and I get back up. I fall down, then I get right back up. I fall down and then I get up again. Meaning, I think it says somewhere in the scriptures that you're gonna fall down, 4 or 6 times, but you're gonna get back up 8. You're going to fall down, 4 times, but you got to get back up 8. So what I mean is, y'all, anytime you fall down, in order for you to be considered as undefeated, you got to get back up. See, what you want to do is, even if you fall back on your back. By that way, if you look up, that means you can get up. If you fall, a righteous man falls 7 times. There you go, brother. I appreciate it. I love the type of support that I have because my people really be in the word, right? I like that. So shout out to royal priesthood. All right, a righteous man fall down 7 times, but you're going to have to get back up 8. Understand that, y'all. If you ain't, see, you going to fall down. You going to fall down. A royal priesthood. Okay, I'm sorry about that, sweetheart. Shout out to a royal priesthood. She's a female. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I appreciate you for your insight, though. But understand this, y'all. A righteous man going to fall down 7 times, but you're going to have to get back up 8. And so what I mean is through the persecution, through the hardship, through the calamities, okay, through the adversity, you're going to have to maintain your character. Keep fighting, keep going, right? Climb and maintain. Because although you're going to get that blessing, you're going to have to be persecuted on the way to your blessing. You're going to have to fall down to get back up, but that's going to make you undefeated. See, the problem with a lot of people is they ain't been through nothing. Yes, sir, they ain't been through nothing, okay? They haven't been through what you've been through. They ain't been through what I've been through. That's the problem, y'all. They ain't been through nothing. And so the time they have to go through something, the time they actually start going through, they're like, ooh, boy, I'm tired. Man, is this what the blessing look like? I don't want the blessing. And so they start walking away from it. Somebody come in, amen, if y'all picking up what I'm putting down. Somebody come in, amen, if you feel what I'm saying. Understand this, y'all. See, in order to reach, right, that level of ultimate faith, that progression on the journey that you're looking for, you're gonna have to appreciate the process. You're gonna have to appreciate the process, right? You're gonna have to appreciate the process. Well, Reno, what do you mean by that, right? Once again, y'all, I'm not making this about money, but I'm making my point. I was listening to a wise man, and he said, just because a man have $1 million, it doesn't make him a millionaire. Just because a man has $1 million, it doesn't make him a millionaire. But Reno, what are you saying right now, Reno? Well, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Just because you have $1 million, it doesn't make you a millionaire. Why? Because it's the mindset that allows you to do so. Yes, sir. It's the mindset that allows you to do so. See, what you got to realize is this right here, y'all. God is going to make you whatever you want to be, right? God is going to make you whatever you want to be. But if he put you in that position, it doesn't mean that you're already that. See, you have to have the mindset to maintain the position. It's the journey that you have to appreciate. It's not about the destination. It's the journey. Because guess what? When you get to the destination, sometimes you'll feel more discouraged than you ever been before you even got there. So it's the journey that you have to appreciate. It's the small things. It's the people that you meet along your journey. Yes, sir, that makes you undefeated. It's the things that you do, right, along your journey. That's what makes you undefeated, okay? It's the people that you meet. It's the things that you do. It's the things that you see. It's the lessons that you learn. That's what makes you undefeated. Why? Because you gain the knowledge and you gain the wisdom and you gain the experience, and now you can teach someone else. And guess what? Now you just impacted another life. Now you just impacted another life, meaning you just lit one flame in another brother or another sister, right? And so if you lit that flame in that brother or that young sister, now they can light another flame. And so that's how you continue to keep the word of God flowing. That's how you continue to keep, the blessings flowing, because now you have multiple individuals who's lighting that flame. They're lighting that flame. Yes, sir. And so as they continue to light the flame, they're doing what? They're spreading the light. They are spreading the light, right? And that's what it's all about, y'all. You want to spread the light, okay? But without going further on into a rant, y'all, because I felt the word and I felt the spirit. But I want y'all to understand this. Getting back to it. The third sign of how you know that you are undefeated is this right here, y'all. They couldn't ruin your reputation, right? It's somebody out there who tried to ruin your reputation, but you kept going. You are undefeated. Understand that, y'all. If y'all ready for the fourth sign, y'all drop the number 4 in the comments. Yes, sir. If y'all ready for the fourth sign, y'all make sure y'all drop the number 4 in the comments, because we about to get through it, y'all. I appreciate all my supporters on here. I appreciate y'all for commenting. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And I appreciate y'all for watching me, man. That's super dope, right? I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all for allowing me to spread the word of God. Thank y'all for allowing me to spread this motivation. Because what I do is, y'all, I like to take the word of God and utilize it to motivate, those who are weaker, those who need the motivation, because there was a time where I needed the motivation, right? And so my form of motivation, y'all, is I like to utilize Bible scriptures. I like to utilize Bible characters, okay, to motivate and inspire. And what people don't realize is inspiration is one of the highest forms of a human act that you can do. Inspiring, right? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. a royal priesthood. Appreciate you. Also, may you prosper in your walk with God. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you for tuning into the live, and thank you for your input. It's always needed. God is real. I am Mother Nature. Nice to meet you, Mother Nature. Thank y'all for tuning in. So we on the fourth one, y'all. Okay, just had to get real. I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. All right, so the fourth sign of how you know that you are undefeated, it's gonna be this, y'all. Your enemies combined, right? And that still wasn't enough. Yes, sir. Your enemies combined, and that was not enough to bring you down. Okay? I'm gonna say that one more time. Your enemies has combined, meaning this group of people who don't like you, that group of people who don't like you, this group of people who don't like you, and that group of people who don't like you. They all combined together, and it still wasn't enough to bring you down. I want to talk about Samson real quick. See, Samson was an anointed Hebrew or Israelite, right? Because people don't realize that Israel was a small country that was within the continent of Africa. And that's where God had a lot of his chosen people come from, all from Israel, all Hebrew, right? And so with Samson, Samson was a brother who had this power within his hair, and he was anointed, right? He was right before David. Samson was right before David, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so let me give y'all a brief understanding of who Samson was. Samson was the man who slayed the animal, who slayed the lion with his bare hands. Samson is the man who had the power, and it was all connected to his hair. Yes, sir. See, Samson was a powerful soldier and warrior for God. I want you to understand something, y'all. See, Samson was the strongest man who ever walked the earth. All right? Understand this, y'all. See, Samson, he slayed 1,000 men with only the jawbone of a donkey. See, what's going to happen is God is going to put you in the position. He's going to put you in a situation to where you feel like you're going to need other help. You're going to need some assistance. You're going to need somebody, to back you up. And God said, no, don't worry. There's no worries. And you like, God, but they coming right now. They coming right now. It's too many of them. They in high positions. Lord, I need you. God, I need you. And what he's saying is sit back, chill, relax. I'm about to give you one tool, and that's all you're going to need. See, Samson slayed 1,000 men because he protected his community and his people in the name of God. And so what happened was when Samson, slayed those 1,000 men, he relayed a message. But that power and that strength came from God. Understand this, y'all. It's going to be some people who combine to go against you, and they won't win. Somebody drop in the comments and say they won't win. Somebody is going to combine with your enemies, and it's not going to be enough. See, going back to what I just said, see, he's going to turn those enemies of yours into footstools, and you're going to rise above. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I will rise. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, I will rise. Understand this, y'all. See, what Samson did was he showed them that all I need is one, and the Most High. It's me plus one, right? It ain't me plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 10. See, I don't need an army. God is my army. God is my army. Okay? And once you realize that, you'll understand that you are undefeated. It's some people who try to combine with your enemies. It's some people who try to combine with people who don't like you. It's some people who try to combine, and it still wasn't enough. I am 15 years old, and I am struggling daily with keeping a steady relationship with God. Any questions? Outside of praying, develop a relationship with God. Outside of praying, develop a relationship with God, and be sure to read your scriptures. And when you read it in acceptance and that you believe that it's talking directly to you. So accept the words that he's saying and believe that it's speaking to you, right? And so a lot of times you want to replace the words with I instead of they or Joseph or whoever he's speaking to. So number one, pray. Number two, read the word so you can get closer to him. And then number three, replace the words when he's talking to someone else and replace it with I so it feels that he's talking directly to you, okay? Understand this, y'all. Understand this. Your enemies combined, and it still wasn't enough to take you down. It still wasn't enough to take you down. They can't bring you down, right? That got to be amusing and refreshing to know in here, okay? You got to understand something. You telling me this, God, you saying that if it's 100 people against one, or if it's 1,000 people against one, they still won't be able to bring me down. And God said, yup. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't got to repeat myself because you heard exactly what I said, right? So what I'm saying to you is understand. You are undefeated because your enemies combined and it still wasn't enough to bring you down, okay? It still wasn't enough to bring you down. You are undefeated. And just like Samson, you gonna slay over 1,000 men. And I don't mean physically. Yes, sir, I mean spiritually. Yes, sir, I'm talking about mentally. Yes, sir, I'm talking about emotionally. All right, I'm talking about spiritually. So you gonna slay over 1,000 men. It's gonna be people who are trying to destroy you, defeat you, and annihilate you. But they won't be able to because God is gonna give you the power and the anointing to walk all over that. He's gonna give you the power and the anointing to allow yourself to rise above the hate, to rise above anyone trying to bring you down and the slander. Okay? So they already tried to slander your reputation. They already tried to destroy your reputation and your mindset, and it didn't work. It didn't work. So now what they're trying to do is, y'all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna all come together. Right? It's gonna be 1,000 against one, and you're gonna pull a Samson. Yes, sir. You gonna pull a Samson. You gonna pull a Samson because you strong. All right? You strong. And so if y'all ready for the last one, y'all, number 5. The fifth sign is gonna be this, y'all. Y'all gotta drop that number 5 in the comments before I give it to y'all. Y'all gotta drop that number 5 in the comments, y'all. Okay? Y'all drop that number 5 in the comments while I sip my drink real quick. Okay, I see we got 5. We got 1 5, 2, 3 5s. Okay, we got 4 5s, 5 5s, 6 5s, 7 5s, 8 5s. Shout out to my man Tevin across there. We got 9 5s, 10 5s, 11 5s. Let's go, y'all. Okay, so I see my people tuned in tonight. Yes, sir, I see my people tuned in tonight. I told y'all we going in. I want y'all to manifest, affirm this, and confirm this over your life. You are strong, you are powerful, and you are survival. And most importantly, you are undefeated. Everybody watching this live tonight, I want y'all to understand and open up your hearts to realize this. You are undefeated. There's no enemy that you can't defeat. Yes, sir. There's no opponent that you can't annihilate. Yes, sir. And there's no devil that you can't knock down. Yes, sir. Somebody drop in the comments and say, get away, devil. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, get away, devil. I want you to understand and realize this. You're going to persevere through that hate. You're going to rise above the slander. And you're going to keep fighting against the devil. Because you were undefeated. You already won. Okay? And so the last sign, number 5 is going to be this, y'all. God gives you his toughest battles. God gives you his toughest battles. One more time, Reno. God gives you his toughest battles. What do you mean by that, Reno? Talk to me. So, if y'all recall the story of Moses, Moses killed a man. He was a murderer. And if you recall the story of Moses, he didn't want to carry out the mission. And if you recall the story of Moses, when God came to him in the burning bush, he was in denial. And if you recall the story of Moses, when Moses tried to say, how is it me? I'm the wrong man. You ain't this, I'm not the right man. And God said, shut up. I am. I'm the one who created all this. I'm going to give you my toughest battles. I don't care if you a murderer. I don't care if you a drunk Noah. I don't care if you're going to try to run away for the rest of your life, Jonah. I don't care about none of that. But what I do care about is my will being done. That's what I do care about. I do care about my will being done. Somebody drop in the comments and say God's will. Somebody drop in the comments and say God's will. So what I do care about is my will being done, right? And so what happened was he chose Moses to carry out a hard battle. That was a tough battle. He gave his toughest battle. He gave his toughest battle to one of his strongest soldiers. He knew that Moses could carry out the mission. He knew that Moses had the power inside him. He knew that Moses was going to carry out his will. He knew that Moses was going to be able to do it. He knew that Moses had greatness inside him to lead the people. And what people don't realize is about Moses, Moses was a man who he had a speech impediment. He wasn't able to talk as he wasn't able to talk as much, right? Well, not as much, but as well. Okay, he wasn't able to talk as well, right? So he had to have a mentor by the name of Jethro, right? And Jethro helped Moses, with his talking, because even Moses said, the people won't listen to me. The people are not going to listen to me. And God said, I am. I'm the one who created all this. You're going to go out there and go let the people go. And we're going to get them to the promised land. We're going to get them to the promised land. So understand this. Moses was one of them who had to carry out one of God's toughest battles. But see, he was one of God's strongest soldiers. And that's the same thing with you. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm God's strongest soldier. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm God's strongest soldier. I need you to understand and realize this, y'all. God give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. And Moses was one of them. And so the last one I'm going to talk about is Job. Job was another one. Job was a wealthy man. Job ain't want for nothing. Job was a wealthy man. He had all the cattle. He had all the sheep. Job had everything, y'all. He had everything that a man could want for back in those days. Job had everything. He had the wife, he had the kids. Okay? Now we got the money, right? We got the money. But back then, he had the silver. Yes, sir. He had the silver. Okay? Now we got the Bentley, we got the Benz. He had the cattle. He had the camel. Okay? So he had everything that a man could want back in those days. Right? But see, what happened was, the devil said, if you allow me to punish Job, right, I guarantee you he's going to curse you. Y'all listen to what I'm saying. Y'all make sure y'all stay on this live. Y'all share this live. Y'all send them super chats. And y'all understand what I'm saying. He said, listen, I guarantee you Job will curse you. Job will drop to his knees and he'll bow down to me and say he will curse you. Right? Understand this. He allowed the devil to punish Job. He said, you do everything to Job that you want. You do everything to Job that you want. You just don't kill him. You just don't kill him. You can do whatever you want to Job. You just don't kill him. And so the devil said, yes, sir. The devil said, yes, sir. I guarantee you I will. I guarantee you I will. So understand this. So he began to put Job through that test. He started taking his cattle. He took his family. He took all those things that Job had. And then Job still didn't lose faith. But as he began to take his kids, he almost dropped down to his knees and say, God, why are you punishing me? What did I do to deserve this? And then within that story, it was about three wise men. It was some men who came to Job. And then Job said, I'm beginning to lose my faith. And the men came to him and said, you better not lose your faith. These things, never question God. Never question God. And so as Job got that pep talk, Job said, you know what, you're right. Let me get back to it. And so as even Job's wife began to question him, like, baby, you sure you not being punished? And Job said, what I do? I did nothing. And so as he continued to go through this punishment, because that's what Job went through, y'all. Job went through punishment. And as he went through that punishment, he began to see these blessings arise. And I want to say in the Bible, it says that he received double what he lost. He received double what he lost. And see, the average person won't be able to go through that. The average person won't be able to go through that. Understand this, y'all. God know how much that you can carry. God know how much that you can bear. And he won't put much more on you than you can bear. He's not going to give you a battle that you can't go, that you can't hold. He's not going to give you a battle that you can't hold. So I need you to understand and do this for me, y'all. Understand that you are defeated. Realize how far you've come and understand that you are God's strongest soldier. So that's why he's giving you his toughest battles. Okay? Understand that, y'all. Listen, if y'all picking up what I'm putting down, y'all make sure y'all drop in the comments and say, this is good, Reno. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments and say, this is good, Reno. I hope I'm talking to somebody's soul tonight. I hope I'm talking to somebody's soul tonight because the Spirit came through me and I allowed it to get through you. And I hope that I was able to talk to somebody. Understand this. You are undefeated. There's no enemy that you can't annihilate. There's no devil that you can't knock down. And there's no opponent that you can't defeat. It's so many people that's after you. So many people who want to see you fall. But your enemies will soon and one day become a footstool. And God is going to prepare a table in front of all your enemies. And they got no choice but to see you shine. They got no choice but to see you eat. They got no choice but to see you happy. And they got no choice but to see you prevail. Okay? Understand that, y'all. Right? So I appreciate everybody that's tuned into this live. I appreciate everybody who watched this live. I thank y'all so much for tuning in, y'all. If y'all got any questions, y'all drop them on me. But if not, y'all make sure y'all drop rich mentality in the comments if y'all was tuned in, right? And if you are a part of the rich mentality family, I want y'all to drop in the comments and say rich mentality, okay? Before I get up out of this live, before I get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, okay? This was a dope live too, y'all. This was fire right here. Amen. No devil in hell can stop God's plans for his children. Absolutely, priesthood. That's facts. This is good. Y'all make sure y'all drop rich mentality in the comments if y'all are a part of the family and if y'all enjoyed the live. Y'all drop in the comments and say rich mentality. Oh yeah, we got some good ones. Amen, Reno. I always appreciate your word. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, y'all. I appreciate that. This right here was a dope live. Thank you. I keep tripping up and I need to confess. It's all good, brother. It's all good, man. It's all gonna come in due time. We got a scared Richmond County brother. Thank you from Denton, Texas. Okay. All right. Shout out to my man Tavion once again, man. Tavion Crossdale. Thank you, brother, for tuning in. Appreciate that super chat. Austin Richards, man. I love you right back, brother. Love you right back, man. Appreciate y'all for dropping them rich mentalities. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss nothing, and I want to make sure I caught everything, all right? So with that being said, y'all, we go live every Wednesday, y'all. So we're going to make this a thing. Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. If anything change, I'll let y'all know. But we going live every Wednesday, y'all. Okay? And I always let y'all know if anything change up. If I'm going to add a live, do an extra live, right? Or if I'm going to do a different time. But we're going to always do lives on Wednesday. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I hope I was able to speak to somebody's heart, soul, mindset. Understand that the highest form of a human act is inspiration. Your words have given me so much strength, my bro. Thank you a million. Man, thank you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. All right. So with that being said, y'all, I want y'all to keep a rich mentality. I'm going to catch y'all in the next live. Peace.